Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Yes, I know I don't make that many videos anymore. It's kind of difficult while going to school. I just finished finals, which is why I'm putting this one together here for you. Doing a little bit of a review here on Wildstar. If anybody was wondering, I go to the Art Institute of Denver and I'm going for game art and design. So first off, I'm just gonna go through all the characters here. All this is obviously pre-recorded, so I'm just recording the audio over it afterwards. Just going through and showing you all of the characters or races that you can be. I don't like whatever this site is. I'm only picking it because this is the site that my friends had created their characters on, and I have no plans on purchasing the game. I'm playing a guest pass that one of my friends gave me to get access. So, because he wanted me to try it out, maybe I'd like it, but no, it's terrible. No, if I had a choice, I would play on the Dominion side, and probably as a human, because they're the class, or not the class, the race that looks okay. Looks the most okay, at least, this game, it just looks terrible to me. From an art standpoint, it's just not good. I can't really put my finger on what's wrong. I guess the best way for me to say it is it looks sloppy. So, going through the character creation here, get the character created, and then I'm going to go through and make a few quick points and hopefully keep this video under 15 minutes. So, a couple things that I really don't like about the game is it seems to have a lack of phasing, so it doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't have any effect on the world. Also, there's no sense of urgency going through quests. Everything seems easy and pointless is the best way to put it. It just is boring and mind-numbing how bad it is. So, about to get into the first quest here. And this is a really good example of that complete lack of urgency that I was talking about. You gotta help this guy save his wife, and not only does it seem like he doesn't care, there's no real sense that, oh, I have to do this now. If I don't help this guy, his wife's gonna die. There's just none of that. It's really poor game design, and you're about to see it here.
I got your back. You get this done.
Another big thing for me is the way characters run. Characters, they have to have a really fluid running animation for me to be able to play a game. Like, if the way that something moves is inherently unappealing in just about every way and ridiculous like it is here, I can't be bothered to put any time into the game.
You found her. Sadie, can you hear me? Everything's gonna be okay.
So you can see right there just how difficult it was to find her. Like, I ran the wrong direction at first, and whatever, it still took me 30 seconds. I clicked on the computer terminal. Literally, that's all it was. And that's all this is just click on the computer terminal. Quest done.
She ain't looking too good. She's got the cryo sickness. We need to get her to medbay, and fast.
So here we are in the med bay, which was literally just another cutscene away. It's, I think, maybe a minute it took me to get here because the cutscene moved you to this point.
Actually, I know it isn't.
So Yeah, just like I was saying earlier, there's just no sense of urgency for anything. Everything feels like it's done for you, and this is just the starting area. I know you're guys, oh well, it's just the starting area. You got to play more of the game. I played more of the game. I've put about 6.5 hours into one character, and I'm completely bored out of my mind with this game. Just how bad it is. Like the gameplay and the mechanics seem to work great. There's very few bugs, which is always good, especially in an MMO. This is just the most childish MMO I have ever played. It'd be a great fit if you're 10 years old. Like, this is a 10-year-old MMO. This is something that a child should be playing. I guess if anybody who loves this game is still watching at this point, which if you are, good for you. But if you like the game and you bought it already, that's fine. I'm not trying to change your mind. But this game, for me, like, if you were to compare, say, like realism and gameplay-wise, like how good the games are, RuneScape is to World of Warcraft as this game is to games like Guild Wars 2, Blade and Soul, Elder Scrolls Online even. Just gameplay-wise, this is basically the worst game I have ever played.
You want to say something to me? They ain't too far.
So, at this point, we're out of the starting area. This is the initial area that you go to when you pick this race, or the one that looks like the bunny rabbit from the Trix commercials. So this is where you end up, and you would assume immediately that, okay, so I'm out of the starting area. The enemies are going to start getting a little bit more difficult. You know, things are going to start becoming more challenging and less monotonous, mind-numbing, and retarded. But you would be wrong. I was wrong. I assumed, okay, you know, the starting area is just the starting area. The rest of the game is going to get better. You know, it's just going to get better from here. You know, there's no way it can stay this stupid. And they managed to keep it dumbed down to a point where you literally need an IQ of like 60 to continue playing the game. It just becomes, I guess a really good way to put it would be insulting. The game is insulting. So, by this point you're saying, or at least I was saying, well, at least the atmosphere of the game's improved. You know, it's dark, it has this chilling music, it's got this really great ambiance going on. You know, at least it feels good. You know, something about the game feels good. And you would be wrong. Literally 30 yards, or maybe 120 yards game feet or whatever, however you want to put that. You leave this area where it's like everything's dark and dreary, and it has this, you know, great feel for the race that you picked, and you're starting to feel like, ah, this game could be good. You know, it might actually take a turn for the better. And you walk into this green meadow. It's not chilling in any way. You have this really weird, like, reverberating sound green graphics, which is just terrible. It just, you know, it kind of ruins the whole ambiance of the game. And right there is another thing that I hate about this game. The announcer is terrible. I didn't get footage of it with this character because I didn't play that far into the game. but he breaks in every once in a while, and he starts narrating like what you've already done. Oh, these people discovered that and they did this, and then you do that, keep playing to find out what happens next. And it's like, what? This game isn't even that style. Like, it's not, nothing is in the same style. Like, it doesn't stay the same. It's not consistent in any way, really. Like, things like that drive me nuts, and it just creates a really terrible game atmosphere. And like I was saying, I'm playing this race that's kind of like undead, in World of Warcraft, and I was expecting this, really like a dark, dreary starting area, which is what you kind of got there for 10 seconds. I did cut about 5 minutes of the footage out in that dark area, so in case you guys were wondering. But I don't know, like, I was just hoping that I would get this great ambiance, and it didn't happen. So something I noticed while I was playing this game is you get achievements for literally doing nothing. And while I was playing on the first character that I created and looking at the world map, just looking at the world map, doing something that normally wouldn't get you an achievement, there was a pack of whatever these things are running by, and this happened.
Achievement granted.
I was looking at my map and I hear that, and I tab it, I minimize the map, and I see that I got an achievement for getting run over doing nothing. It's something that World of Warcraft kind of started when they first introduced their achievements, because they have so many of them. They have achievements for doing stupid stuff, and I hate it when games do the same thing. It's really stupid to put achievements in. Like, I'd never went for achievements in World of Warcraft, and I had something like 12,000 achievement points when I stopped playing, because just things that you normally do in the game give you achievement points like that. It's just stupid. Like, you didn't have to work for it. It's not an achievement because you didn't work for it. So my biggest WTF moment was when I went to log out. 30 seconds? I was like, that's a long time. I wonder if it's 30 seconds when you go to switch characters. It's 30 seconds when you go to switch characters. That is utter bullshit. So, to sum everything up, this game has very little challenge. It has no sense of urgency. The story is unintriguing. There's basically no immersion. The gameplay is lackluster. The graphics are, in my opinion, some of the worst. Just not well, I shouldn't say graphics, I should say art style, because the graphics are decent. It's just the way the game looks that is unappealing, and that's a personal opinion. Some people may like it. So, I mean, if you like the game, that's up to you. Or if you like the way the game looks, that's you. It's completely personal, the way you perceive it compared to the way I perceive it. If you were going to play a game that requires you to pay $15 a month, which I'm not 100% sure, and you guys can go ahead and correct me in the comments if you want, but I believe this game is subscription-based. Why would you pay for something like this? This isn't worth $15 a month. It's not fully voiced. It doesn't have everything that most MMOs do that come out nowadays. There's no phasing to speak of. Everything that you do doesn't change the world. It's like World of Warcraft 4 years ago with this weird targeting mechanic that they added as a gimmick. It's just another, in my opinion, gimmick MMO that's trying to leech off some of World of Warcraft's player base, and their big claim to fame for this, or at least some of my friends have talked about it, like, oh, this game is going to be amazing because the original developers for Vanilla WoW or some of them are working on it. It's like, well, vanilla WoW wasn't that good. WoW is what it is today, not because of vanilla, but because of the changes that they made to the game and the additions that they put onto it. This game, I don't know, I really don't know how to put it. Like, it's just not good, and I would honestly save your money and buy something else. There's plenty of other games that are out now that are much better. The production quality is higher, the gameplay is better, the mechanics are just as good, if not better. Some of those games are really old, like World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft is by far better than this. I don't play World of Warcraft anymore, and I probably won't go back to it because I'm so bored of it. I've played it for so damn long. Currently I'm playing Elder Scrolls Online, and Elder Scrolls Online, especially story-wise, is better. This game's story is stupid. There's no sense of urgency to the story at all, and it's boring. I guess another good way to put it is it's just uninspired. What else? A game that's supposedly coming out soon, made by NCSoft just like this, is Blade and Soul, and that game is going to be amazing. It's been out in Korea for quite a while, and it's one of the biggest games in Korea right now. And it looks amazing. The mechanics are unbelievable. Imagine Spectacle Fighter merged with MMO. The gameplay is extremely fast, unlike this, which feels slow and monotonous.
Whoa, look at you! Time to crack some skulls.
Sorry. The level up just bothers me in this game. It's stupid. So Blade and Soul, when that comes out in the West, is going to be amazing. Another game that's going to be not going to be amazing, but is amazing, also made by NCSoft, is Guild Wars 2. That game is unbelievable. It's got great PvP. The PvE content rating and stuff doesn't really exist, but they have these worldwide scenarios that create a real sense of urgency to the story, and like the world is actually threatened. Like just recently, the main city, Lion's Arch, was totally destroyed by one of these events. Like the world is actually in turmoil and being affected by the things that are happening. This game doesn't have that, and Guild Wars 2 is free to play. Free to play. And it has so much more than this game. I don't understand what they're thinking with this game, because it is by far the worst MMO I'd say to come out in the last 10 years. It's just total garbage. The only redeeming quality is that there's very few bugs, if any. I think I've only heard one sound glitch, and that was the only bug I came across. Other than that, if you're 10 years old, this game will be great for you. Like, it'll get you off of Club Penguin, like, you know, get you into real gaming, I guess. But other than that, this game is garbage, and I wouldn't spend any money on it.